Welcome back to Undisputed. Well, the Cowboys will open up their season in LA against the Rams in their brand new stadium. Another tough road game for Dallas will be a Thursday night matchup against the Ravens here on Fox Week 13. So, Shannon, let's start with you. What's the Cowboys' record? You've had a chance to look at it. What do you got?
Yep, Skip. No 3-0 start for you this year, buddy. That will not happen. I'm looking at 1-2, 1-3 possibly. You're going to lose opening night. Rams going to christen their building with a nice dub, courtesy of the Cowboys. The Falcons I believe the Falcons are going to get y'all. That'll come down to the wire. Russ and Russ, I trust, going to hang another L on y'all. And so when it's all said and done, I got the Cowboys record at 9-7. Baltimore going to get y'all. The 49ers will get you at home. The Eagles going to split with you. Minnesota going to beat the brakes off you on the road. Even though if Big Ben comes back and comparable, I like the Steelers to get y'all. So I got 9-7. That's the best you could hope for.
It's funny. I listen to you go down the schedule, and it sounds like you're picking them to be 3-13 because it's like you just gave me 13 losses, and then you say 9-7. Okay?
No,
I don't get the
Steelers.
math. Maybe I'm not very good at math.
No. They got the Steelers. They got the schedule up on the monitor. Steelers is a loss. The Vikings is a loss. The Ravens is a loss. The Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals might even get y'all. But Skip, even though that's only 5 losses, you already know the Cowboys will do Cowboys things and lose 2 games they should win. That's how y'all miss the playoff year after year. So that's what I'm saying. I got 5 already, but I know there's 2 lurking somewhere where you're like, my Cowboys, but you'll blame Jason Garrett. Even though he's the head coach at the Giants, you're going to blame Jason Garrett for losses that Mike McCarthy get. But that's okay. You go at 9-7.
Okay, the first bet I would like to propose is I will bet you 5 more cases of Diet Dew that Dallas does not start off 0-3. Will you take that bet?
No. I said 1. I said y'all gonna be at 1-2 at best case scenario. You're 1-2. 1-2. I said y'all, the Falcons might get y'all, but y'all losing at the Rams and you're losing at Seattle.
Okay, but you said the Falcons might get, so put your do where your mouth is.
No.
Bet me 5 cases they won't go 0-3.
Skip, you started 3-0 last year. You started 3-0 last year, but this year it's 1-2, and the best you can be is 1-2, probably 0-3. You want that? I tell you what, I do 2 cases right now. You have 1 win in the first 3 weeks. 2 cases right now.
How about first 4 weeks? Because you first said 4 weeks.
That's
what you said.
You're not getting the Browns.
You were saying 1-3.
The Browns, no.
Okay.
No.
All right. I'll take 2 cases right now that they will be 2-1 after 3 weeks. Will you take that?
Yeah. I want that one. That's what I want.
You.
Yeah, I want that one.
Here, hold on just a second. I got to toast myself here with a little Diet Dew.
Okay, Toast.
It's the breakfast of champions. It's the nectar of the gods. And I have a swimming pool of Diet Mountain Dew down here in the flats. I'm not up there in the palatial estate, Bel Air, that Shannon is, but I have a whole swimming pool full of Diet Mountain Dew thanks to Shannon Sharp. And it just got a little fuller. Okay, so the harder I look at this schedule, the more I like it for the Dallas Cowboys. My heart is saying 13-3, but because I jinxed them last year, and I should have known that under Jason Garrett, it goes every other year, ride the roller coaster, because obviously 2016, they won the division. 2018, they won the division. But 2017, 2019, not so much. So I should have known, but now we're back riding the roller coaster with a new coach up to the top. We are peaking with Mike McCarthy and Mike Nolan now running the defense. And I got to tell you, I won't go to love, but I really like my team going forward. So I'm going to be conservative, ultra conservative in what record I pick here in mid-May after I see the schedule. I'm going to say 10-6, but winning the division. 10-6 will beat the Eagles maybe by 2 games, because we'll talk about this in a second. But when I look at the Eagles' schedule, it has such a tough close to it. I could see them losing 5 of their last 7 and going 8-8, the Eagles. So whatever, even if they go 9-7, we will win the division as we did 2 of the last 4 years. So now it's our turn. Now go ahead.
No, I want to get, can I get some due? That y'all not winning the division? Or you going to just bypass that? You think you just going to sweep that up under the rug?
No, that's a duh.
What you
that's
want
a given. I didn't want to hurt you with that one. That's like that's such an easy bet. I didn't want to push you into that corner. But I'll take. What do you want? 5 cases on that?
Yeah, I want 5 cases. Y'all don't. We gonna win the division.
Okay.
Y'all won't.
Okay, who's we? I never know who your we's are. They change every day.
I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles. You got the Cowboys.
Well, who's your quarterback? Jalen Hurts? I'm not sure.
Don't worry about the quarterback. As long as the Eagles win the NFC East, I don't care who the quarterback is. Ron Jaworski can be the quarterback for all I care.
Okay. All right. Maybe you'll have Ron Jaworski. I loved him. Okay. Back to the top of the schedule. There are 3 tough road games right out of the box in the first 8 games, because I'm going to include the Eagles game on November 1st. It's at Eagles the first time around. Last year, it was the other way around. It was at Dallas first, then at Eagles late. This time, at Eagles comes first, November 1st. But what do these 3 games, at Rams, at Seahawks, at Eagles, have in common? Well, they're all 3 the scenes of fairly recent crimes. They are payback games for the Dallas Cowboys, because it was a couple of years back, obviously 2017? Remember the game, the debacle game at Seattle? Zeke was terrible.
Yeah.
They got revenge in the playoffs, but I think they would like to go back and get some revenge at Seattle. So I give them some psychological edge there. Rams, they were just disastrous, albeit at the Coliseum in the playoff game 2 years ago when they literally got run off the field. There's payback involved there, even though this one's at SoFi Stadium, the new billion-dollar marvel, obviously, that they're going to christen on Sunday night here. And then at Philadelphia, obviously, was the do-or-die game at the end of the year last year, and Dallas stunk it up. Dak stunk it up. He was not very good. He had a banged-up shoulder. I'm not even sure he should have played, but there's some payback revenge going on there. I'm not saying they'll win all 3. I'll give you that they'll probably lose at Seattle, but they're not going to lose to the Rams. The Rams are on the decline. Dallas is on the rise. And I do believe that they could go win at Philadelphia, because they've always played well there, and they played pretty well. Carson Wentz didn't play great either. They just couldn't make that one play to get over the hump, and Dak missed Tavon Austin wide open in a throw that could have helped tie the game if they had been able to convert a 2-point conversion in a 17-9 game late in the game. So as I look at the rest of the schedule, the only game that I fear is the one at Baltimore. I'll give you an L there. And then I have a hard time getting to 6 losses, because Fox Bet right now has Dallas favored in 12 games. So if as favorites they can just live up, which I believe this team can, well, they should go 12-4. So my heart is actually saying more like 13-3. But I'll go ultra-conservative, 10-6. I don't want to jinx them this time. They will win the division. They will be 10-6. But I'm going to reiterate this to you. CeeDee Lamb is going to change life in Dallas, Texas. I told you, and I didn't second-guess this. I first guessed it. CeeDee Lamb was the best receiver in the draft. I still allowed CeeDee Lamb to fall from 6th on the Cowboy overall draft board into their laps at number 17 without a trade-up. He fell to them, and everything I read now, all the best, even Todd McShay yesterday, God bless you, Todd. I'm glad you're back from your bout with coronavirus, COVID-19. But Todd McShay had a belated draft breakdown, and he's got Dallas at the top of the draft because of CeeDee Lamb. Well, thank you, Todd, for that. So CeeDee Lamb is going to emerge, I believe, as their number one receiver, psychologically tougher than Amari. Amari, they had to overpay, but at least they kept him away from the rival Redskins. So with CeeDee Lamb in the slot, run after catch, like I told you before the draft, CD is no lamb after the catch. He is a lion. He is hard to get on the ground. He is a great route runner, and he is a baller once he gets the football in his grasp. He snatches it. He goes after the football. He's going to change the way they play offense. And don't forget Michael Gallup, who is emerging as one of the best deep threats in the game last year. So they have triple jeopardy for defensive coordinators, and maybe that will help Zeke rise back up and inspire Zeke to be better than he was last year when he was fourth in the league in rushing. I'm hoping Zeke is first in the league in rushing. The offensive line is still top 5, and I still think it will be good enough. And then Shannon, the defense has been seriously upgraded. Gerald McCoy, Dontari Poe, Neville Gallimore, you put those three in the middle, great things are going to start happening. Then you put Aldon Smith and Randy Gregory, if they're reinstated, and I believe they will be, and that kid that they drafted, Bradley and Nye. You have them coming off the one edge opposite DeMarcus Lawrence on the other. Now you're talking. Now you're back in business. Wolf Hunter, off his neck injury, should be back with Jalen Smith. And then in the secondary, through the draft, they added 2 ball hawks to go get the football DBs who can play safety or corner because they're big corners in Trevon Diggs